Yo, yo. All right, I just wanted to show you, this is my cover, okay? And I thought, you know, I might get some questions about how I did this. So, I just found my center, poked a hole, ran the ribbon through, used my Fabri-Tac, and got it as flat as I could get it. I kind of twisted it around until I got it where it was folded and up underneath itself and all that. Okay. Then I took another piece of spine work and I sewed my signatures in, but before that I glued on a piece of Aida cloth. This is cross stitch cloth. So I've sewn these on. Before I put my holes in, I started taking it off and then I thought, you know what, I ought to film this. I put score tape on here before I put my holes in there. Then I did my grid on the opposite side of this with my lines, so then I knew where my holes were going to be. And then I took, from this side, I took pins and stuck them through. After I glued the Aida cloth down, I put pins and stuck them through so that when I am sewing, I knew where I was aiming. And then as soon as I'd got it through there, I pulled the pin out so it would not be in my way. And then I'd pull the needle and the thread through. So that's, hopefully that makes sense to you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to attach this to my piece here, and then all of this is going to get glued down with the Fabri-Tac, all of this. So I'm just pulling all of this stuff up. And some of this I had to kind of tear around the holes a little bit. There we go. But I've got it there. Then what I'm going to do also with my Fabri-Tac, see if that'll stand up there, well, kind of, sort of, is I'm going to go over right where the threads are. And I'm not getting it near the holes because I don't want it to pop up through. Just kind of where the threads are is all I wanted to do there. I'm going to make sure I don't have any tape hanging off the edges. Okay, so now I'm just holding all of this up and I'm going to line it up right on the edge. Make sure I'm centered top and bottom. Just lay that right over and push down. Okay. Oh no! I sewed one in. No, I didn't. They're all upside down. That's okay. I just glued it in upside down. Okay. Okay, good thing I noticed before this dried, because then it would not have. Get a little more Fabri-Tac on there. Flip her around. Wait a minute. This is right sides. I can flip this around. There we go. Okay. Try this again. Okay. Try and find the center, top and bottom center, right to the edge, and bring it up, push down. There we go. I'm gonna have to give this some good time for drying. Okay. Okay. So we'll see how that's gonna do. I've got about a 1/2 inch in between each one of the signatures. Now this book is going to a friend of mine, and she's going to be making all the tags for it. I'm going to be giving her all the bits and pieces. She's very crafty, and so she'll get all of the bits and pieces and make her own tags, which she will enjoy doing tremendously. So that's why there's no tags in here, just pockets and things like that. But this is what I came up with anyway for a bright vintage journal. So now the only thing that's left to be done is I will get this glued down here, and if I need to trim some off, I don't think I'm going to touch it though, because it will, you know, this is going to unravel, and that's part of the charm, I think. But this might have to be trimmed a little bit because it's just hanging. And let's see how I've got back here. Yeah, this is going to need some trimming too. So I'm just going to trim this and glue the whole thing down. Go. There we go. Let's see, this isn't exactly straight. This shoulder of mine is acting up so much, I'm having a hard time working with it at all. So I'm doing the best I can here. Okay, so I think that's gonna work out. Now we're just gonna get this all so it's taken quite a bit of Fabri-Tac, but it's worth it to this was a hole I punched out to to put my ribbon in, and I didn't like it, so I stuck it back in there and glued it back so she wouldn't know. Okay, so I do want this to go down in this groove a little bit, just like you would if you had paper, and then push this all I don't want to be stretching it too much. That's not the whole idea. But I do want to kind of make sure I have that glue pushed through. And this is thick enough that the glue does not come through it really badly. It does come through it somewhat. Okay. There we go, because this is one thing that's really going to help keep this whole book together, is having this glue on here. And before yeah, that's going to look really nice. I just want to make sure I'm getting that glued down there. That glue is grabbing. Okay. Now, some of you might wonder why I didn't do a stabilizer with this. This is not 14 count. This is like, I think this is like an 18 or 20 count. It is very dense, and so I didn't think I really needed to use a stabilizer, and I am very, very pleased with the outcome of this. Had it been like a true Aida cloth, which is I think 12 or 14, I guess it's 14, you can see the holes in it, and I would have had to have paper backing on this. I mean, you can kind of see where there's some of the decorative paper versus the cardboard or ribbon. But then again, I think you got to really kind of search. And there's some where somebody had it folded, it's a little dirty. And that just adds to the charm as far as I'm concerned. Some people might say, well, why didn't you wash it? Well, because I think I like it better just, you know, just the way it is. I'm stretching where the creases where they had it folded. I'm kind of stretching those out, but I still like the, you know what? I'm wondering if the front here, if I just pull a couple of these, and then I can just trim back a little bit of that, if I'll be happier with that thought. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that better than, oh, my shoulder. Okay, let's see. Alright, I think we're good there. Alright, so I'll do the little on this side. I'm holding my tongue just right so I get this on here. Alrighty. Good. Okay, first and foremost, I want it in that groove. See, I had already glued it to the board, so you didn't have to worry too much about that. Now let me stretch this out. There we go. Just want to make sure that's in there nicely. And then just, there we go. This is the front of the book. And having it glued all the way to the edges will help with the strings. It'll stop them from doing so much dangling. Unraveling. It's the word I was looking for, not dangling. Not dangling. Okay. Well, so there you guys see another little bit of how I mess around with I love the Aida cloth or any of the cross stitch material, and you can usually find it at thrift stores and garage sales for next to nothing, because people buy it, think they're going to do something with it, don't, and get rid of it. It's even nice to find when if they've started something, especially like if it's got a, you know, a partially done something or other, pieces of flowers or a bird, or, you know, just anything. Because then you got another little added interest and texture on top of the material. So look for that stuff if you guys are out and about. If you have some in your stash, you know, just let me get all my little fuzzies off of here. My floor is going to look fantastic. So there we go. That is my journal. I have to get my ends of my ribbon cut. They still don't look very pretty. Well, yeah, not too bad. I like this because it had a lot of texture to it. And there's a lot of extra space when that fills up. I mean, the ribbon can be brought here too, so I'm just playing around with it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this series. Thank you so much for following along with me. Let me go ahead and really quickly give you the inside tour, because some things I did add more things to it, change things out, that kind of thing. Oh, those go there. I made a bunch of these things and stuck them on there, but I think I showed you some of those. And that's from a card pocket tuck spot. On this, because I absolutely despise this, once I sewed this in, I was going to make this a pocket. And so let me just there we go. So now that will be a nice pocket. And we're just going to let that simmer. And so we'll keep going here. A little bling I added to that spot. Got the little flap here. Little tuck spot there. Yeah. Bits and pieces. Pocket. Tuck spot. Tuck spot. Flap up. Some nice trim. Pocket. I will figure out what I'm going to do with my centers, but little tuck spot here. Lots of pretties, but like I said, I'm going to give her, oh, I glued that down. Uh-oh. Hey, don't we all do that? I glued that down. Come on. There we go. So this is another little tuck spot, little tuck spot, little tuck spot, and I have this underneath here, so it brings the two plus this same color, and then I fussy cut some of these out for right here, and you can still fit a larger photo in here. So I thought that was really pretty. Ah, wait a minute. There we go. And that's it. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for following me. And I don't know what we're going to be working on. Don't know. But you'll know when you see my next video. Bye.